Excited to share with you guys today about the key components to doing a Discover Arbonne because although when I first started my business, it was the last thing I wanted to talk about was the business. Now it's my absolute favorite thing to do is to share the opportunity. So I just want to share a few key components of the actual Discover and then how you would share that with your new consultants, your new guests. But what we really want to do is empower you to start sharing it earlier, like even at the consultant level or the district manager level, not waiting for your RVP to be able to share this for you or with you, but to be able to do it on your own. So the first thing that you're going to share in any opportunity, which you should be awesome at sharing already, is your I story or your why. That's what's going to start the Discover. And that's what's really going to connect people to you by sharing what Arbonne means to you, what it's going to do for you, and really painting that picture for them. So sharing that vision that you have of what you, when you first heard about Arbonne, what you felt like it was going to do for you, that hope that you felt. And even if you're not there yet, painting the picture of what it is going to do for you in the future. So that's what's going to connect your guests to you in hearing your story. And sharing that with belief and confidence, because it makes a huge difference. For those of you that heard the John Maxwell training, I think it was on the area Voxer call. I don't remember which Voxer it was posted on, but I love his training on confidence, and it has a sound. When you share with confidence and that belief, people are going to be more attracted to you, and they're going to believe in you sooner. So building that belief and that confidence in you and your own story from the get-go is really going to help you attract those people. Then the key thing about the company you're going to share, the Arbonne Advantage, which we all know, hands down, we have the best products on the market. But I think that's the biggest advantage that we have when people ask you about different companies or other network marketing companies and what makes you different. That's truly what sets us apart, is the products and the way that we formulate, and the global opportunity that we have, because we are a proven company. We've been around for 37 years, guys, but we're so just getting started. And I love to share that it's like ground floor Google. Like if somebody sat you down and really explained to you what Google was and how it was going to change the landscape of how we do business today or how we operate, wouldn't you have invested in it? Yes, right? I wish somebody would have explained it to me. I would have loved to be an investor in that. That's what I feel like the opportunity with Arbonne is, because it's a proven company. We know it's what people are looking for, and it truly is changing the way people, their health, their skin, and everything moving forward. So we have that global opportunity with a proven company. So that's a huge component that you want to share with people. And I love, before I do Discover Arbonne, even though I've done, I don't know, hundreds of them, I love to listen to other VPs or MVPs or anybody that's done one. So I'll go on, I'll Google it on YouTube or listen to the Monday night call, because I love to hear other little tidbits that other consultants are sharing, because I always pick up something new. And one of my favorites, and I forget which MVP, I think it's MVP, I forget her name, her son is a RVP, but anyhow, she talks about building a virtual franchise. Like, we are teaching and training people to build virtual franchises, and that's future forward. That's what people are looking for. They want to go online and shop and have it land on their doorstep, just like they do with Amazon. So I love that technical verbiage. And if you remind me at the end, I'll figure out what training that was, because she has a lot of really good future forward terms that you can use when you're talking to different people, depending on what their age group is, what they're looking for in their Arbonne business. So the product advantage, the global opportunity that we have, and then you're going to paint the picture with our compensation. So why Arbonne, best products on the market, best compensation plan on the market, and paint the picture with that compensation plan. I think a lot of times when we're brand new, we just kind of roll through, the different average incomes that you can make. District manager makes, 200 to 1,000, and area manager you can make 1,000 to 4,000, and VP you can make, and you just spew out the information. And I think a huge piece right here is really painting the picture for people as to what that means, and kind of figuring out, what it is that they want out of their Arbonne business. So district managers, they can make anywhere from $200 to $1,000, and we can get you there in the first 2 months, you guys, and that could be huge. You know that they say most people cannot claim bankruptcy if they had an extra $300 a month. Just $300 a month. That's all they need to not claim bankruptcy. Because that's huge for people. And we can teach them how to do that right away, right? I had a consultant last month that just hosted a party and decided to sign up, and then had one party book off of that, and her check was $265, almost $300. And she really wasn't even starting her business yet. She just had a couple of parties. So we can teach people to do that right away. That's exciting. It doesn't have to be the grandiose picture right in the beginning. So that's district manager. Area manager, they can earn anywhere from $1,000 to $4,000 a month. At that level, you can will your business, but what can you do with an extra $1,000 a month? You know, I know for us that was starting to pay off our credit card debt. That was taking some financial pressure off my husband. It was getting me excited that I could replace my full-time income in a couple months. So what does that look like for you? If you could earn an extra $1,000 to $4,000 a month, and we could teach you to get there within the first 3 to 4 months in your business. So that's the area manager level, and it becomes willable. Can you imagine if something happened to you today at your regular job? Would your employer continue to send you the paycheck for your family? We can do that just at the area manager level with Arbonne. That's amazing. I never heard of any company that do anything like that. Regional vice president is the next level. They earn anywhere from $4,000 to $10,000 a month, because this is where you can start replacing a full-time income if you are wanting to be home with your kids, or you know, you dread going to your job every Monday morning. If Sunday night you get that sick pit filling in your stomach. This is the regional vice president level, and we can teach you to get there with anywhere from 6 to 12 months. And it took me 10 months to get there to replace my full-time income, where I was able to quit corporate America and have never gone back. But even if you're not there yet, you guys, so say you're a district manager, and your goal is to be a regional vice president, or your goal is to be an area manager. I used to say I was a district manager. I had no idea how I was getting from, you know, the $5,000 a month to the $40,000 a month I needed to promote to region. But I would say at every single opportunity party I did, I'm a district manager, but I will be a regional vice president by the end of the year. And I'm looking for people that want to join me. Because I had no idea what that was going to look like, but I shared that with confidence and conviction, because I knew the people that had gone before me were leading the way for me, and I knew I could do it. But when you share that and you paint that vision for people, they're going to join your business because they want to go where you're going. They just are attracted to that excitement that you have, and that you know where you're going, instead of going, oh, you know, I'm a district manager and I'm hoping to get to the regional vice president level, you know, in the next few months or whatever, then they're not sure where you're going, and they're not going to jump on board with your business. So when you're sharing these different levels of income, I just want to encourage you to paint the vision for them, if you're not there yet, what it's going to look like for you, because that's creating hope for them, sharing your vision, what it's doing for you. And if you're not there yet, you can also share somebody else's story. Like, you know, my regional vice president, you know, replaced her income within 10 months. And then, you know, I always say, you know, my national vice president got there within 22 months. You know, she was making over $20,000 a month in just 22 months. So, you know, most people don't need $20,000 a month. It's those, you know, district manager, area manager levels where people, that's really truly what people need. So if you can paint the picture for them at that level, like, this is what it's going to do for you and how it's going to change your family's life, and do it with that belief and conviction that you know that it's going to do it for you. And the other thing I like to do at Discover Arbonne is also have other consultants besides myself share, because I feel like everybody's heard my story a bazillion times, but I want them to see different walks of life. So if I had, you know, like last month I had a new guest coming who was a reading specialist, and she's retired. She's a retired teacher, and Robin Perna immediately came to my mind, but she's not at my monthly meeting. But I shared her story with my guests. So she was not just hearing my story, she was hearing a story of somebody that looked like her. Or if you have, you know, younger guests, you know, we have a lot of young girls on our team now that are teachers and that don't have kids yet. And that's totally different from my story, who was working full time and had kids and wanted to be home with our kids. So they can see different aspects of the business, but you're also starting to empower your team by having those consultants and those district managers and those area managers sharing at a meeting right away. Even if it's just sharing their story, that's helping get them in the habit of sharing their story, which is the first thing you're going to do at your Discover Arbonne. And then you have the slides to really lead you through the rest of the presentation. All the information is there, but the biggest component that you're going to bring is your belief, your confidence, and your excitement about what this business is doing for you, because that's what people are going to be attracted to. You are giving them hope that their dreams can come true, that this can work for them. And it's your belief and your conviction in that that's going to attract them. I mean, all the information is there. We know we have the best products on the market. We know we have the best compensation plan. We know the opportunity with Arbonne, and we have all the tools to lead them there. But your vision is what's going to get them pulled into you, and then empowering your team to share their vision as well. Because I love to hear other consultants share their vision, because it gets me excited. It gets me inspired again. So even if you're a district manager, you guys, I want to encourage you to, do one of these in your home. Maybe it's just, you're a team of 1 or 2. I know my first Discover Arbonne, I think I did in my house. I don't think it was an area yet, maybe in Qual. But I had a couple districts, and so it was just like 4 of us in my living room. But we sat around and I practiced on them, and I did the Discover for them. And even if you don't have guests, you guys, it's so good for your consultants to hear the opportunity over and over and over again, because it gets them re-inspired, hearing your belief and your hope, and they're buying into your vision. And I'll never forget, I think it was Cecilia Stoll trained, when Nita Irwin first started, and they would meet in her home every Monday night, and she would do the opportunity. And even if it was just them, they would say, do it again. Do it again. I want to hear it again. So that it got to the point where if Nita fell over, they could pick up right where she left off and finish that Discover. So you want to get that good and that passionate about sharing the Discovers. So those are a few of my key tips and components for having a successful Discover Arbonne. But the main thing I want to do is just encourage you to do it sooner. Like we keep saying, don't wait for the next monthly meeting. Don't wait for the next scheduled meeting. Meet with them as soon as you can and share your vision and that hope for them, and they will jump in sooner and with more energy. So I hope that's helpful. I don't know